How to obtain blooming hyacinths during the holiday season or at the beginning of January by forcing them. The principle is to replace autumn with winter. To fully understand the forcing of a hyacinth bulb, we need to take a little step back. First, I cut a hyacinth bulb in two parts. Inside this bulb, one can see the nutrient reserves around it, a bud, the future flower, and the leaves that are situated between the nutrient reserve and the bud. It is important to understand that the bud, leaves, and nutrient reserves were accumulated in spring on the condition that the leaves were not cut after flowering. We will now move on to forcing, so we will replace autumn with winter, and for that we will put them in the cold. The principle is simple. It is to break the dormancy of the hyacinths. I will use a container, preferably a non-draining one. At the bottom of this container, I will put some potting soil, a universal potting soil. Now, I will position my hyacinth bulbs. So, we can notice that the hyacinth bulbs have a certain hue. There are whites, there are purples, and sometimes there are even pinks, which helps to identify the color of the flower. There we know it's a dark flower. There we know it's a white flower. So, I am going to plant my hyacinth bulbs. I will carefully place 3 bulbs, 1 pink, 1 purple, and 1 white, and I will gently fill in with potting soil around each of these bulbs. They should be buried approximately 2/3 deep and no more. The flaw with hyacinth bulbs during forcing is that they tend to curl at the base and often come out of the pot. I prevent them from coming out. I bring gravel on top. It could be something else, but gravel is heavy and quite practical. I water them. Water is important. The bulbs will soak up water. It is a non-draining container. Watch out for excess water. So now my bulbs are ready. If I left them in a warm room, I would get leaves and no flowers. So the trick is quite simple. 2 solutions. If you have a box, you put your hyacinths in the box, the pot in a box. So I place it in the darkness, and that is important. I close my box. It should be completely and absolutely in the dark. So if you have a basement, a garage, a garden shed like this one, or why not a balcony, you can place this cardboard out of the rain, of course, and they will benefit from the coolness. Maybe not enough, but it will at least allow you to have hyacinths in bloom by January. Next, you monitor the bulbs of your hyacinths. They start growing, and they will be yellow. And when they reach a height of 5-6 cm, you take them out of the box, place them inside in the warmth, and they should usually normally bloom. The second method is even simpler. I will still use my same container with my 3 hyacinth bulbs. If you have a refrigerator at home, for once you will use it to make plants bloom. So you place your hyacinth bulbs in the bottom of the refrigerator. At least. You close the door, they are deprived of light, and with the sufficiently low temperature of these hyacinth bulbs, they will develop. And when you start to see the small bud, you will take them out, place them in a room between 18 and 20 degrees, in the light, in your apartment, simply, and they will bloom. Some say that after this, you can no longer have flowers with hyacinths. Know that once they have finished blooming, you can place them in your garden, plant them deep enough or in a container, and surely you will have flowers next year.